Hi folks, back to watercolours now for a day or so, or for a morning or so. This is a piece of £140 Winsor & Newton Cotman paper. Never tried it before. A friend gave me a 50 sheet block of it, so we'll see what it does in the wetting wet. So we'll just wet it a bit. It looks quite rough actually. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of a grain on it. It might be because it's a top sheet under which stood a piece of a hardboard, not hardboard, but a card, thick card stiffener in the block. If you really want to know, I'll show you. Just to keep it all nice and straight. Well, there we are. There's a block of it. Look. Cotman, Winsor & Newton. I've used Winsor & Newton, the £90 cold press paper, which is absolutely superb, like Saunders Waterford. Right, we'll let that expand a bit. Put in a bit of raw sienna, a bit of alizarin, I think, just a blush of alizarin. So I want to use a bit of viridian in the background not viridian, what am I talking about? Alizarin crimson. Right, let's get some yellow ochre. Right, we'll just put that in. Right. This paper's been quite heavily sized. It might not be the right paper, it was just inside to show what the paper is, with that cardboard insert to keep the thing stiff. Right, let's get some ultramarine. It's quite nice artist quality stuff, this. So my friend gave me loads of watercolour stuff that she's given up painting in favour of writing. We're going to put some water in. So look, that's running down. That's okay. I don't mind that. We can put a little bit of cloud if we want in there. Let's add a bit of light red to it. I think my board might be just a little bit too steep for it. It's running down too much. But never mind. We'll see what the next sheet is like. Right, I'll give that a dry. So take your headphones off, folks. I haven't got a camera that will pause, so and that's the webcam I've consigned to the deep because I've got so many complaints from it. It was a pity because it recorded straight onto the laptop. And it's a good webcam, but I didn't really know how to work it. I just kept it on the basic, and probably somebody else could have improved it. Use it for Zoom. Great for Zoom. You can see even £140 needs to re-stretch. Right, right, take your headphones off. Ready, go. You really don't need to pre-shrink your paper on the stretcher. You don't, because that's perfectly flat. It's probably still got quite a bit of moisture in it. Right, I'll use a medium hake. Sorry, I'm using one of my paintings as a guide, because you never know. I've got all my photographs on Facebook of every painting I've done in the last 4 or 5 years. That's a record, and I've got it on my phone. But it's good because you can always work from your, oh, I don't want that, on your old paintings. They give you the source of reference that totally original. That's what I like. This won't be the same, won't be a copy, but it'll be similar. Right, okay, so let's get a bit of alizarin crimson and that blue. Perhaps a bit of light red. I want it quite faint. Oh, there. Oh, well, just it's quite a good paper, this, but it is Winsor & Newton, so you would expect it to be. Doesn't have to be dead level, horizontal, because you do get undulations in the distant shore. That's a good paper, you know. Right. I'm going to put in while we're wet, so I'm going to put in some burnt sienna. I do like burnt sienna. I haven't used the palette for a few days because I've been doing the acrylics, using up the acrylics that my friend gave me. Yeah, a bit of Payne's Grey. Now my Payne's Grey is just fresh out on the palette, so it's still soft. Oh, let's go a bit greener. I love doing these peninsulas. Well, they're not peninsulas, they're just well, low tide, you've got the sandbars or the marsh grasses showing up. Oh, okay, that's a bit of warm in there. Now we can build on that. Just let that dry a bit. A lot of work going on, as you can hear. Right, okay, so that's one bit. I'm going to do another bit up here. Pulling out the hairs of the hake. Don't want to go too far with this one. Very difficult to do this with a sable, a round sable, or a mop. Get some of that sienna, burnt sienna that is. Just drop in a bit of yellow in there. Right, that's our basis, or basic painting. That's we're going to have to dry that again. Then we can start to texture and put in a bit of background. That's not dry yet. So headphones off. Fast forward. Now go. Right, that's fine. Now what have we got? We've got a lovely sky there. That's and that's largely accident. It's what happens when you paint wet in wet. You get this gorgeous softness. I don't really like that sweet, but if you look, you can see the rain coming down. Sort of a rain cloud over the hills. Rain over the hills. Okay, let's carry on with the small lake. And we'll put some bluey green trees in the distance, so a bit of yellow. Right, just give it a bit of distance. So here we go, we're going to do that over that bit there first, where we've blotched it. I won't go all the way across because I'm going to put trees in off of this bit. This is where we can straighten that up. The same over this side, we don't need to go all the way because we're going to put trees in. I mean, yeah, big trees. Okay, now then, I will put a bit of dry brushing across there, but not yet. Right, let's start some texturing now. I'm going to use Frank Clark's large hake for this. Not as wide as the Romancing, but it does nice things. So we'll start with the old texture. We get the some Payne's grey. Some cad yellow, pale, bit of burnt sienna in here. Look, it's quite ragged, but it gives you get some nice marks with it. Put a lot of stuff out on the palette here. Showing some marsh grass. Always have a bit of cloth ready to wipe off the excess. What you put above, put below. Right, that's what I'll do for that. I'm not. I think I prefer, for this. I think I prefer the medium Romancing hake. Right, we've got some dark in there. Good dark, burnt sienna, and a bit of Payne's grey. A lovely dark with that. Nice rich warm dark. bit of shadow. That's something to get our teeth into. Got a bit greener. There's a bungalow over the road that's having a three bedroom bar shower room on the top. Okay, that'll dry. I'll do similar to the other side, just a bit of nice warm burnt sienna. Just waiting on the top here, just a bit too much water in the brush. You've got to have some water on the brush, otherwise it won't flow. But alright, just get some of that across there. Well, I might have overdone that, but never mind. Well, I'll give that a bit of a dry, then I can put the trees over the background there. So I'll take your headphones off. Ready, go. Right, there's a little tricky bit. Get the hay, the small one, or the medium one, and just dab across the top here, but leaving a white margin. I just take the paint down. Then we can put in that background, reflecting those trees. And just touch it along there. There we go. So we can just add a little bit more where the trees are higher. Okay. Right, now we'll start with these trees in the background. So nice bit of warmy green. Not too much water on the brush. So we'll have this one coming up here. Oh, I think a Payne's grey, I think, makes a more insistent green. But we'll have a bit in here. Shadow in. pines. Whoa, yeah. Oh, take that up. Quite like that. They're very easy to do, these pines, as you can see. Let's see if they scrape. Yep, does, it scrapes nicely. But don't overdo it, Dave. Oh, let's put some pines on the other side. Probably sort of, well, let's just put the background in first. Let's go a bit lower. Oh. Don't want them to look the same, but they will to a certain extent, because I am repeating what I put on the other side, but you wouldn't have deciduous one side and pines in the other, don't you? But you might. Don't pay too much attention to what you're doing, just give that impression. Oh, see, look, we've got the reflection there, a bit haphazard, but there's another one there. Alright, let's get a card and just put a flick or two up there, and I think we'll call that done. I'll just put a bird in, as I do. Give it a signature. I think it's worth a signature. Right, I'll go and upload this, but having a real problem trying to find out where these, when I download them to YouTube, to my computer, it takes me ages to find out where they've gone before I can actually put them on YouTube. Right, I'll put that in mount. That's got a bit of, quite like that. Pines to make a bit of difference. So I forget sometimes to put them in. So I get carried away with the actual shapes of trees and things. Right, get them out. Let's change the mount. Let's have a grey. Oh, there we are. I'll raise you up so that you can see all of it. I can't zoom in anymore, or zoom out and zoom in. Alright, that should do. Right, there we are. And another one bites the dust. Could put a little bit of pushy stuff in there, but we'll leave that. We don't want to over clutter it. It's a little bit murky here, but they're still drying. So I hope you like that one, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you a bit later. That's it, nice and square. Right, see you soon. Bye bye.